Hello.
Yes, yes.
Please, can you hear me? Fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we can hear you. Yes.
So, good morning, all faculty colleagues. Today, let's start with our first session. Here with us, Dr. Ravita Lama from Electrical Engineering Department. She will present this Google Meet and Google Classroom.
So good morning to all. I am Ravita Lamba from Electrical Engineering Department. First of all, I would like to thank you TechCube team for giving me this opportunity to deliver a talk on Google Meet and Google Classroom, the hands-on experience. So, am I audible to all?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay. And screen is full share?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's start. So, Google Meet and Google Classroom. So this is the outline. First, I will explain what is Google Meet and how to use Google Meet for online conferencing. And then second is Google Classroom, and then demonstration for Google Meet and Google Classroom. So what is Google Meet? Google Meet is basically used for conferencing and remote presentations. Like during this time, we have to adapt some online mechanism. So for that, Google Meet and Google Classroom are one of the options. So it connects basically students and teachers wherever they are. And then what are the access requirements for the Google Meet? So these are the basic requirements like G Suite users and non-G Suite users. Like what are the G Suite users and what are the non-G Suite users? Basically, G Suite users are they have the official account like for their work or for their institute, and non-G Suite user have their personal Gmail account. So for that, like there is different capacity for G Suite and non-G Suite users participant capacity. So for non-G Suite user, it is around 100. Maximum participant capacity is 100, and for G Suite users, it depends on the addition. Like for G Suite education, it is 100, and then for G Suite basic, it is 100, and like for our education, it's enterprise education, it is maximum 250. Then what are the basic requirements to start Google Meet or to start video conferencing through Google Meet? So first is the supported system, operating system. So it can be used for Apple Mac OS, Microsoft Windows, and then Chrome and Ubuntu and its variants. And then the supported web browser, like these are the web browsers, Chrome, Mozilla we can use, Microsoft Edge we can use, and Apple Safari we can use. The next is allow Meet to use camera and microphone. If we are using first time Google Meet, then we have to give it to access. We have to allow it to use our microphone, laptop microphone and camera. So these are the steps for allowing the first time. If you are using then to allow camera and microphone, these are the basics requirement. So just go to home page of the Google Meet and then start new meeting and then click allow. I will explain it like after we will start one hands-on Google Meet and then I will explain these things, everything there. And then if there is some change in the settings, that also we can do. Like go to the home page and then start new meeting, and at the top right corner, we can allow like if it is blocked, like a pop-up blocked, the same thing. So from that we can allow, we can give access. And then these are some additional requirements like internet and then web camera, but it is not used for virtual web camera. And then other requirements like this is the overall like the recording, whatever we are recording, it can be saved in the Google Drive. And then we can invite group also. Like if suppose there are 250 participants, so we do not need to like invite each participant like 250 emails. We can make a common email for the 250 participants and then we can invite all of them in through one Gmail account. So how to host a Google Meet? So there are two options: how to host and how to join a meeting. So first I will explain how to host a Google Meet. So for hosting a Google Meet, again there are two methods. First is from the Google Meet app. So it can be through your desktop or it can be through your mobile phone. So for mobile phone, you have to download the Google Meet app from the Play Store. And then second method is from the Google Calendar. So from the Google Calendar also you can create a new Google meeting. So first I will explain from your Google Meet app. So to start with Google Meet app, what we have to do first, we have to launch the Google Meet app from the top right corner. Like 9 dots are there where all the like Google apps are there. So from there we will find Google Meet and then we will click on that and then it will look like this. So first we have to click on this first and then we have to select Google Meet. So from that, then click on the Google Meet and then join or start a meeting. And then next will be, it will open like this. So we can click join or start a meeting. So when we click this, so for joining or starting a meeting, it will ask our nickname. So this nickname is applicable only for a particular domain. Like for Amenity domain, we can use the nickname. Otherwise, we have to give the access code. So it will look like this. So we can give the nickname. And then next will be, if your web browser prompts you to allow this Google Meeting access through your computer and microphone. If it is not, then just go here. From here, we can click here and then we can give access allow to camera and microphone. This is the other option. And then click on the join now. So here, when you will click, then it will automatically redirect us to the Google Meet conference room. So there we can invite people also, like different. So it will look like this. When you will click on this, then this will be the Google Meeting code. Or copy. We can copy this and then we can circulate it to like Gmail or WhatsApp, whatever we want. And then we can add people through their Gmail also. It can be common Gmail or it can be an individual Gmail. And then like invite, just put their email and send email. So an invitation email will go to these participants or users. So when you use this add people button, then your guest will receive an email that contains the link for joining the meeting. Like this. This will be the pattern for your email. And another option is if we are not able to join via the like we don't not have access to laptop or like this and smartphone, then we can join via the call also. Right now this feature is available only for US call. So this we can do. Then put your here, put the number and then we can join. They will call us. And then second is this is the one method through the Google app or Google Meet app. And then next is the Google Calendar. So what is the process for joining a Google Meet through the Google Calendar? So first what you have to do, just open the Google Calendar. From the same process here, just click here and then click on Google Calendar. So it will redirect you here. Google Calendar will like new tab will open. Google Calendar. So here what you have to do, you have to create. Click on the create and then when you will create, then this window will open or it will pop up. Then here what we can do, we can add the timing or date and then we can add the guest here. And by clicking here, we can generate a Google Meeting link or meeting code. And then we can add the location also, venue and description also we can add about this meeting. So this will be the next process. So when you will click here, then this link will open, this Google Meet link. So this link we can share and maximum 250 participants can join through this link. This is the same. And when you will click here, then it will show all its information, like this is the meeting ID and this is the phone number. If we don't have access to the laptop or Android phone, then we can join through the call also. And then one more option is live streaming is also there. Like apart from 250 participants, we can do the live streaming for this Google Meet meeting. So this is the link for the live stream also. So up to here, these are we have generated the Google link, Google Meet link. Now next is the more options. When you will click on more options, then it will show like guest. Here we can add the individual guest ID, or we can create a common Gmail ID and we can add that, and then we can. So here there are the options like what type of permission we want to give to our guest, like modify event, guest can modify or not, then invite others, like these are the options. The guest can have access, and after this, and like one or more option, notifications also, we can set a notification when is our next Google meeting. So it will give you notification also, like you can set the time for the notification, and like this repeat. Do you want to repeat this Google meeting, or like if it is a class, like suppose we have to take the class for like suppose alternate days in a week, so we can set that also, like timing we will add for one day, and then we will select the different options from this repeat options. Like this, these are the like daily you want to repeat, or weekly on Wednesday, month, or you can customize it as well. Now you can save this. So from here, your meeting is created, and like invitation link will go to this email addresses. So when you have saved this Google link, then you will get this. It will be saved in your Google Calendar as well. It will go as an email, as a notification, and it will be saved in your email address as well. So whenever you click on your calendar, then this will appear. Here also it is showing like 2 guests, and then we can give here access also, like whether you are joining in the meeting or not, or maybe there are like 2-3 options. And after this, once we have created the Google meeting, then we can join it. Like suppose this is created, then we can click here and it will automatically redirect us to the meeting room. So this is like the example, like this is the currently going on, like this FTP. So this is showing in the Google Meet. So this is example, like it will show like slot, it will show on which date and at what time your meeting is scheduled. So it will show the time frame also. And this will be the example, whenever you will click like on this or this, so it will give all the information here. This will be the link here, join by phone, or if you want to join by link, and then this is the like this is for notification, this is the email address. So these are the different examples, like our this workshop. So this is the whenever you will click on your Google Calendar, so it will show this, like it is running from 9 to 5:30. So it will show like this, and this is the we can add different information. Like here we have just added 2-3 information. This live stream link will also appear in this. This is the live stream. If we cannot join through this, like participant capacity is exceeded, then we can walk through this live streaming. And then this is the venue, and additional information also we can add here. Like suppose for a like particular faculty development program, we want attendance or we want feedback. So we can give the link for that also, like for attendance or feedback. Like they have given the link for the, when you will click on this feedback, then it will automatically redirect you to the Google forum, and then there we can fill it up. So this is another example. Now we have scheduled a meeting. Now how to join the scheduled meeting? So that I have explained. You will get the invitation link. So through this, by clicking this, you can join the Google meeting. And then next option is, when you will click this, it will automatically open this Google Meet app, and then here you can click on join or start a meeting. And then through the nickname or like through the Google Meet code, you can join the meeting. Like this meeting is created, so this you can join by clicking here. So when you will click, it will open like this. So here, by clicking here, you can join the meeting. Like these many number of participants have already joined the meeting. So by clicking here, you can join. If you want to present something, then by clicking here, you can present your like particular slide or like Google tab window. So particular window you can, or if you do not have access to this, then you can join through the phone call also. But in this, no video option is available. Only audio option is there. And then this is like whenever you will join any meeting, so this will be the window. Like here, it will show this is the participants screen, and here how many number of participants are there. Here top right corner it will show. Whenever you will click here, then there is a chat option also, and attendance is also there for this. So this is one example. Now how to control the Google Meet? Like there are many options in this window. So what are these options? Like how to control the currently running Google Meet. So for that, what we have to do? First, find Google Meet information. So Google Meet information you can find here at the bottom left. So when you will click here, it will show the contact details and link for the Google Meet. So you can copy this and you can share it as per your convenience. And then like how to control the participants, or how to see how many numbers of participants have joined your Google meeting. So by clicking here, we can see the like number of participants. It will show here, and this is for like chatting. So when you will click here, like 1 people has joined, so it will show here the information for that. If there are more than this, like if there are suppose 20, so it will show the list for 20 persons, and then we can chat with them through this by clicking here. And the next is like what are the like basic, like it's basically useful, like mute audio and toggle video. So like basically whenever we are presenting, or not presenting, whenever we are attending a Google meeting, so first what we have to do, we have to mute this and camera and this our video, so that it will not disturb to the presenter. So this is the option. It will be in the middle bottom. So this will be when it is red cross mark, then it is off. Your mic is off and your camera is off. And then to make it on, just click on this, so it will be on, like unmuted, and camera is also working now. So this is the settings for muting your mic and for your video. And the next is audio and video setting. So for audio and video setting, whenever you will click at the bottom right, it will appear here. So when you will click the 3 dots, then this will show pop-up window. Here settings are there. In the settings, this audio and video settings are there. So as per, when you will click this, then it will show like audio settings. This is the audio setting, this is the video setting. So you can do these settings. And then next is chat with participants. I have explained. So by clicking here, you can chat with participants. And like if you want to mute a particular participant, or you want to off the video of a particular participant, so what you have to do, just click on that particular participant. When you will click, it will show 3 options. This is for pin, this is for mute, and this is for removing that particular participant. If he or she is disturbing you, then you can remove from the meeting. So first is for pin, second is for mute the participants, and third is for removing the participants from your meeting. So these 3 different options are available for all the participants list. And then next is turn on captions. Like suppose somebody is explaining in Chinese and we are able to hear, like we understand only English. So this caption option is also available in the Google Meet. So whatever he will or she will speak, then it will, as per the like Google Translator, it will be converted into English and it will show the here. So turn on caption is also available here. And then like whatever in whichever language he or she is speaking, so it will automatically appear like this in English. So And to turn off this, just click on this and then share your screen. So while presenting, we have like different options for sharing the screen. So like we can share like entire screen, or a particular window we can share, or like a browser we can share like Google. If we want to share Google Chrome browser, then we can share all the tabs. So there are 3 options here, like it is, and then select this. Then you will select, it will from selecting this, we can share a particular window or entire window. And then next is, so for this, you have to tell your browser, like by clicking here, like if you are sharing a particular window in your Google browser, or you are sharing the entire window. So this also you have to give the access, like your pop-up for your audio and video settings. Like this also, it is there for sharing the screen. And the next option is change layout. So this is also there in the like top, bottom, right. So when you will click these 3 dots, so these options are available. So by changing like clicking this change layout, you can change the layout. Like it should be, these are the different layouts. If you want to join via audio only, that option is also there. If you want to use this sidebar layout, or this spotlight, or this title. So these are the different layouts for sharing your screen. Like it will be visible whenever you will select this, then your presentation will appear here, and this is the participants list appear here at the right side. And if you want to share full, like if you want to make it full screen, then just click full screen. So it will appear like this will be the screen if you want to share the full screen. So your presentation or your particular window will appear on the whole screen. No participants list at the like right side. So this is one option, enter full screen. If you want to come out from the full screen mode, then just escape, or when you will click this, then it will change. So it will become exit full screen whenever you will click this. So again it will change exit full screen by clicking this, or by clicking escape you can come out from your full screen mode. So this is another option. Then record the meeting. So whatever we are presenting, so that also we can record through the Google Meet. That option is also there in your top, bottom 3 dots here. So whenever you will click here, then it will show the record meeting option. So by clicking this, it will ask you the access. So you have to accept it, and then it will start automatically recording. So when it will start recording, this will appear at the top left. This icon will appear recording. So we can ensure that recording is going on. So these are the different options. And to stop the recording, it will change. So just click here, 3 dots, and then it will show stop recording. So from here you can stop whenever you will do this. So after 10 minutes, almost email will come that your recording has been stored, and this recording will be stored in the Google Drive folder. So we can access the saved recording from there. So when you will click this, it will ask the confirmation, then stop reading recording. So we will receive an email with a link, and this is stored in the Google Drive. So from there, by clicking here, we can access our recordings. And when you want to present, like after presenting, whenever we want to leave the meeting, so by clicking here, stop it. Just I will remove this. So here it will show stop presenting. So whenever you will click, then it will stop the presentation, or it will stop your screen. And then you can leave the meeting by clicking here. So if you want to rejoin it, or if you want to return to home screen. So there are 2 options when you will leave the this meeting. So this is the various features of your Google Meet, or like whatever access we have after joining the Google meeting. So these are the different options. So I have summarized it in the language like meet safely. There is like a if we are joining through our amenity domain, then anybody can join. Like, and if somebody wants to join from the outside, if like suppose some amenity faculty or student staying outside and he wants to join from some personal email, then he have to Google Meet will not permit directly. So for that, he has to ask or she has to ask the permission. When we will admit it, then only he or she can join the meeting. So through this, we can meet safely and then meet from anywhere. And one more option, whenever we will click this start live stream, when we will generate the link while creating the Google Meeting code or Google Meeting link, then one option will also appear here. So whenever you will click here, it will automatically redirect you to the start live stream link. And then meet on any device, like through the mobile or through the laptop, we can join. Like through the laptop we can join. I have explained. And through the mobile also, we have to download the Google Meet from the Play Store, and then we can join it. So first of all, it will ask you for the camera and for the mic. So whether you want to make it on or off, so it depends on you. And then meet clearly. So meet clearly means we can adjust it, like depending on the, like if we are presenting through the video, then it will not so clearly if internet speed is low. So it will automatically adjust the network speed depending on the artificial intelligence feature. So this is another option for Google Meet. And then this here noise cancellation option is also there in the Google Meet. Like background noise, we do not want to listen to the participants, then that also we can select this or we can take this noise cancellation. So it will filter out that is the not the speech. And then meet with everyone, we can meet. So this is the different features, like stay connected, share your screen, we can share, and then host large meeting, maximum to 50 participants we can join through the Google Meet, and then we can join from the phone, and then various controls we have, like for allowing the participants or to mute or unmute the participants, and then broadcast internet events. Like if we have like participants capacity is more than like 250, and so like we have to broadcast this, so we can select the live streaming option that is there in Google Meet. So through that we can broadcast it. So this is all about the Google Meet, and the next is Google Classroom. So through the Google Meet, like for our online classes purpose, through the Google Meet we can present or we can like give the lecture to the students, right? But for like giving them like assignments or like for sharing the handwritten notes or some PDF or some link, we can use the Google Classroom. So what is Google? This is the another Google app. So through this Google Classroom, it is a way of to get all the students at one place and then start teaching. So it is the interaction between the students and the teacher. So these are the like various features for this Google Classroom. Like it creates a central home for class activities. And the next is it allows teachers to create assignments or quizzes for the students or for the class. And the next is collects assignments from the students. Like students do not have to send individual email. If we are assigning them some task or some project, then they do not have to need to send individual emails. So if it is there, then our email will be flooded. So Google Classroom has the facility that they can send their assignment in the Google Classroom as well. And it helps teachers to grade the assignments, and the feedback option is also there for that. And then if like suppose we have given some assignment to the student and they haven't shared the like correct file, so we can when we will check it, then when we will find that it is different, so we can return that assignment to the student as well. And it helps the teachers create and collect assignment paperlessly. Like we can save the paper, and then it includes like time saving features. We do not have to write. The next is it creates drive folder for the for each assignment. So whatever the assignment students are submitting, that will be stored in the Google Drive folder. And then next is student can keep track of what's due, like if we are giving assignment and we are giving deadline, suppose 2 days later, so a notification will be there for the student that your assignment is due on this date, this time. And then teachers can quickly see who has or has not completed the work, because whenever deadline is there, it will show the notification to us also that this student has not submitted the assignment. So these are the various features of Google Classroom. Then next is how to set up a Google Classroom. Like Google Meet, we have in the Google Meet we have set up created a meeting, or we have joined a meeting. So similar to this, we have to set up the Google Classroom as well. So what are the steps for setting the Google Classroom? So first go to classroomgoogle.com, or another option is directly through your Gmail. And then these are the steps. I will explain this. Then you have to click on this plus button. Then it will create a class or join a class. It will show 2 options. And then whenever you have to enter the class information like title and then the section, and then it will generate a code, the like class code, and then we can add different information in that. There are various options. I will explain. And then once the class is created, student can join it through that. Like a code will be generated through that code. Students can join. Or another option is there through the invitation. Also, we can invite the students similar to Google Meet. So here also we can invite students through the Google Classroom, and then customize the various features, or we can customize our class. So these various options I will explain. So here we have to click here for the classroom. Just click here, then this classroom. So when you will click this, then this blank classroom, like if there is no classes, it will be blank. If we are using it first time, if we have created already, so it will show all the classes here. So what you have to do, you have to click on this plus sign, top right, and then it will show 2 options: join class or create class. So for a teacher, we have to create class, or we can join the class if we want. So first I will explain how to create a class. So for creating class, just click this. So it will ask the information like what is the class name, section, subject, and room. So it will ask these information, and then you have to fill this and then click on the create option. So when you will create, then this will appear like this. So this is your class. This is the class code. This you can share with your student when you will click this. So this is under this stream options. Like there are like these. This is your like various controls: stream, classroom, people, and grades. So first I will explain this stream. So here it will appear like this. Here you can share your comments, or you can post something. So and this class code, through the class code you can share. You can this when you will click this, it will show the class code. This is your class code, and you can share it with your students. Next, share something with your class. If you want to post something, if you want to announce something, then you can put here, and all the students can. Again, this is there is a control like whether you want to access this post to all the students or to a particular student. That option is also there. So this is the communicate with your class here, like create and schedule announcement, and then respond to the student post. So it's like if you want to, through this, if you want to share something, when you will click here, so it will show like this is your class name, and if you want to share with all the students, and then write here and then post here. So it will appear when you will post here, it will appear here, and then at the left side it will show this upcoming. If something is due, it will show here. And the next is the classroom. So in the classroom, we can create like assignments, or we can create quizzes, or we can create material for our class. So these different options are there. When you will click here, create option, so it will show the assignment, quiz assignment, questions, material, reuse post. Like you have posted something earlier, you want to reuse it, that option is also there, and then the topic. So these are the different options under this create. So when you will click on this assignment, then this window will appear, and here you have to put the title, instructions for that particular assignment, and then these are like add. You can add or like video or like PDF, whatever you want to add here, and create like various Google features like Google Sheet or Google Doc you can create. So these options I have also said. When you will click on this add option, then it will show Google Drive. You want to add on Google Drive, you want to add link or file or YouTube video. And the next is, when you will click this create, then it will show Google Docs, slides, sheets, drawing, Google Forms, all these things. So this is, and then at the right side, there are like, this is for the, this is your class name, and this you want to share with all the, like you can select here, all the students or a particular student like this. So here points, if you want to it be graded or non-graded, that option is also there. Like graded, how many points, like 100, it depends on like 20, 10, it can be any, or it can be ungraded as well, your assignment. Then this next option is the due date. What is the due date? You can set the due date and you can set the time for this class. And then next is this topic. You have set the due date, and the next topic, like not like you want to create a topic, then just click this and it will create a topic. And then rubrics, like how you will evaluate your assignments, that option is also there. Like you can create new rubrics or you can reuse the previously created, and you can import from the sheets. So these three options are also available under this. So this is the, whenever you will fill all this information, then click on assign here. So assignment will be created. And then next is quiz assignment. So when you will click this, again similar window will open with this blank Google form. So here this, when this is your Google form only, here you can create your quiz. Like it can be multiple choice or like a single line answer. It depends on you. So with this, or it will be grading, like grade importing, or if you want to import it or not. So these different options are available similar to your Google assignment. And then next is, like we have created the classroom for a particular class. Then we can click here. When you will click here, then it will create a code, and that code will be visible to all the students. Again, we have the, like we have control. We want to share that code with the student, or we want to send through a particular email, like common email or individual. So when you will click it first time, then it will create that and it will be shared depending on your permission. If it is already there, then when you will click this, it will automatically redirect you to this Google Meet here. This, when you will click this, when you will click this, so it will open new window, new tab. This one, it will redirect you to this your Google Meet meeting. And then next is the people. So like teachers, there can be teachers and there can be students as well. So we can add the teachers here by clicking here, and we can add the students, means we can invite. If the class is shared by 2 or 3 teachers, then we can add here. We can invite them, and for the students, we can create a common email, or we can invite individual student through their email. And this is the code for inviting. Like there are 2 options. Either we can share this code, this code, or either we can invite through this their email. So there are 2 options for inviting the students. And then this is the grade. So under the grade, like if you have given some quizzes or you have assigned like assignment some, like, so for that student will submit. So that also we have the access to see their assignments. Everything is set in the Google Drive. So like these are the students. Like this is the example, like 100 grade points are 100. So we can evaluate them like by clicking the particular student name. Like when you will click here, three dots. When you will click on here, then it will show return or view submission. Like first we will click on view submission. We will check whether it is correct or not. If it is not, then we can return this if the file is incorrect or like that. So we can return or we can view submission. When we will click the view submission, then this new tab will open here and we can see the assignment. Like we can check it here. This will look like this. By clicking here, we can select or we can highlight a part or we can comment. So when you will click here, it will show highlight an area to comment on. So when you will highlight something like this, and here you can write comment. And you can write like private comment or personal comment here as well. Like student can also write personal comment and we can also write or we can reply. So this is the class. Like I have created a quiz, so everything it will show here. Assignments, whatever post we have, like whatever assignment quizzes or some study material we have posted, that will be shown here at the stream window. And then next is settings. These are the settings for your class, for a particular class. So here these are the class, like these details are generated when we have created the class first time. These are the class details, and then these are the general settings. Like this is the class code, stream, classwork on the stream. Like these are the different options. This is the Google Meet link here. You want to visible it to student or not? That option is also there. And then grading, like overall grading calculations, depending on your assignment or like evaluation. So for that particular evaluation, this overall grading calculation option is also there. So these are the different options in your particular class setting. And then what, like you have created like 3 or 4 classes for like 3 or 4 subjects. So suppose I have created, so my profile I can access from here. Okay, first I will explain, like first we have created the class for the students. Now how to join that class, created class. So click on this and then join the class. Click on this, join the class. Then you will click on this, or like student want to join, then they have to enter this code, class code. So after that they can join the class, or if we want to join, we can join the class after putting the class code. And the next is the class, this like settings for your Google Classroom. So these are the different like classes, how many classes we have created, then calendar, then like these are the different classes I have created. BTech first year electrical engineering, and then to do, and these are the enrolled. Like I have enrolled in this class if I want to join. So these options, and then archived classes. Like suppose these are the 3 classes, and we want to delete a particular class. So what we have to do? We have to go to a particular class, and then okay. First I will explain this. Here settings. To the settings. This is our profile. Like email notifications, we want comments from the students or whoever comments, the comments that we mention, we want to make it visible. And then private comments on work. So we can give the permission for these different options. And then class late submission notification will come, resubmission of the student. So these options, different options are available at here in the settings. So this is about the Google Classroom. And then once the class is set up and students have joined, then we have fully functioning Google Classroom. Like we can share study materials for a particular topic, or we can give them assignment, or we can give quizzes. So we can add like these are like different steps, like add an announcement at the home page. We can add the announcement and then share something with your class that I have explained. Whatever I have explained, that is in text form here. And then we can create assignment, quizzes, questions, attach materials, like we can share materials, study materials with the student, or we can reuse the old post. And the next is organize your class with topics. We can add different topics, like for that particular scheduled class, like we will be teaching this topic, or for that particular like next class we will be teaching this topic, so that student can aware of this. And the next is grade and written work. This also I have explained, like we can grade the assignments or quizzes, and then we can return the work. If we are not satisfied with that, then we can return it. So these are the like for the grade and written work, these are the various actions we can take for this particular. So we can sort the assignments like depending on the grading or depending on the name. That option is also there. And then students work, we can open like assignment, we can for a particular student we can click that, and then we can see their assignment, whatever he or she has submitted, and then we can type or view, like we can comment, we can highlight, we can comment, and then we can add, grade, and then this is one more. We can this also I have explained, we can return the assignment. So things to do in the assignment or questions. So descriptive title for your like for the assignment, like these things we should follow, and then we should add a description. This will be helpful for the students, like which topic it is, and then points. We can like how many points, like assignments, like grading, like particular questions will be of like 10 marks or 5 marks or 2 marks. That also we can assign points, and then we can add due date, deadline also we can check, and then we can add the topic also. These are the different. We can like attach file like doc file from the Google Drive or from our computer, or we can share the YouTube video, and then we can like assign the assignment immediately or schedule it to the post automatically later. So that's all. So it's all about Google Classroom and Google Meet. So if you want, I'll explain like how to create a particular class. Suppose first I will explain Google Meet. So what you have to do, just click here, open your Gmail, like Amenity email, and click here. So here Google Meet option is here. So just click on this. So here join or start a meeting, 2 options are there. So when you will click on join or start a meeting, so you have to write the meeting name, and then click
Hello.
continue. Whatever I have
Hello.
explained, I am just
Hello, can you hear me?
yes.
Yes, we cannot see your screen. Ask Dr. Tapas to help you. Yes, we cannot see your screen. Presentation. Okay. Maybe share it again. Yes.
Yes. Is it visible now?
Yes, maybe it will take some time. Yes. Yes. You just click on your presentation. Yes, now we can see your email.
Visible?
No, you just click on your presentation. Your screen is visible now.
Then I am not sharing presentation. I am sharing the Google window now.
Okay. Tata, can you see the presentation?
Ma'am, the presentation is off, only the screen is visible.
Yes, yes. So, yes, yes. Now, yes, we can
I
see.
am sharing this screen now.
Yes,
Okay, okay, yes.
I think
Thank
he is presenting only the slide that how to access the Google Meet.
Okay, okay. Now, so, Ravita, you have to wind up also, right?
Okay, sure.
Okay, okay, okay.
So first we have to click here, and then Google Meet. join or start a meeting. So here you have to write. So here if you have opened your personal account, then you have to switch the account. You have to select the ability domain account, your official. So from here, if you want to join, then click here join. So this is the joining info. Like you can copy this link and you can add the people. Right now, suppose I am only the participants. So here by writing the name, we can select a particular email and we can send the invitation, or we can here call option is also available. So we can call. But this option is available only for Canada and US. So this facility is not right now in India. So we have joined the meeting, and here at the top bottom here it will show the joining information. If you click here, it will show the joining information. Here participants list and chat options are also there. When you will click here, it will show the participants. Here also you can add the participants and you can do the chat option is also there.
Earbuds. Your mobile is
Yes.
creating. It is creating disturbance. Can you just keep it over there?
And then these are the different options. Like present now, you want to present entire screen or a particular window or a Chrome tab. This is the turn on caption option. If language is different, and then these are the different options like recording, record a meeting, change layout, like yes. Like if they are using through the emanated domain, then they can join without any permission. If they are using their personal account, then they have like they will send the invitation and then we have to admit that. Depends on the email account. If it is your like emanated domain, then they can join is like through the link. If they are using some different account, then they have to take the permission. They will send the invitation. We have to admit it. So these are the different options. Like sidebar. And then here settings for your microphone, audio and video. So these are the different options. From here, if we are joining a class or a meeting, then we should mute this. Like video, we can off, make it off for like so that we can listen like properly, depending on the internet speed, and this also to reduce the background noise. So these are the different options. That's all about Google Meet. And then next.
One question.
Yes.
In Google Meet, can we keep a written record of the attendees?
Yes. For that, we have to add the Chrome extension, Google Meet. That is not there here.
So in the list of participants, everything is visible. But then can
No,
we keep
but we have to add a Google Chrome extension like Google Meet attendance. So when we will add this extension, so an option will appear at the participants list. There, it will like we can download it. It will be downloaded in the Excel sheet. Here, there we can see the participants list name or when they have joined the meeting. But it will show only first time. Timing, it will not like if some participants is like frequently joining and leaving the meeting, so it will not count there. Whenever at a particular time, suppose I am taking the attendance record. So how many participants are there in that meeting at this time? So it will show that only. So it depends. It is like some drawback of this. But for that we have to add the Chrome extension, that Google Meet. And then similar to this, Google Meet, we can add Google Classroom also. Here this. So suppose this class is already created, we can create classroom here. Join a class or create a class. If we want to create a class, we will add the information here. Suppose and then section, suppose page subject. And then room number. Like this, and class will be created. So this class is created. So here this class is created, and here we have control for stream, classroom, people, grades that we have explained earlier. And suppose if we want to delete a particular class, so what we have to do? Go to here classes. So here it is all your classes. Suppose we want to delete this. So click on this archive. So first archive the class. And then it will show the archive classes at the bottom. So here it is showing. Just click here. So this is the archive class. From here you can delete this class.
Next section.
So that's all about Google Classroom, Google Meet. So if anybody has any questions regarding Google Classroom or Google Meet,